Welcome MRC gang to round 2 of the Pro League here at Fuji. So first 2 races of season 12. First race we've done. So this is the second one. Reverse grid, starting with Rd2 in first. And we'll watch the start and the first corner, because as you can probably guess by the title, there's a bit of carnage. So there we go, lights just about to go out. Lights go green and the Audi TT goes nowhere. Yeah, it's not very quick off the line, but boy does it go when it gets going. Let's have a look. So Eston in first, cover in the middle. Got MLA 75 gets a little nudge. We've got all kinds of carnage. Viali came to a complete stop. We've got White Shark Ben out of shape. So I'll just go looking back from Nissan Elvis. So there was the first one. So Ice Giant gets a punt, White Shark gets a punt, Viali, and then it gets worse. White Shark sideways, gets knocked. 3 cars off track. But that's it. So that was the only carnage. Pretty much I think the positions worked out there. So nobody really lost loads or gained loads. But I know Tricky Tree ended up near the back and he had a pretty good start. So but it is what happens at Fuji, first corner. So here we go. So we've got Diablo, so we've got Scott from Australia. Obviously it's now 6 AM almost at his home in sunny Oz. So he's in first place. Getting hunted down though by MLA 75. We've got Eston 84 before. Let's have a look. And we've got Buja Bala in 5th. Nissan Elvis in 6th now. Stu Law, Manguinho. Let's have a look. JPH 99. You've got me in 10th. So considering I started 15th, made it up to 11th after the carnage. So another place, but whoa, got Chichi just going inside. Onto the straight. Tricky Tree currently in 13th. So Tricky Tree won the first race. So he's pretty much head and shoulders above the rest. Never know, early promotion hopefully. Give us all another chance of winning the league. So into that first sharp corner. So down into first or second gear depending on which car you're running, but I get inside Chichi. He's kind of outbraked himself a little bit, but he's not going to let me get away easily. So Fuji, obviously an old circuit. In the background you'll see Mount Fuji, hence the name of the track. Active volcano in Japan. There's some geography for you. So we've got Eston 84, so he's really had a bit of a shocker on the second lap. So he's gone from first, and he's now unfortunately in 10th. We've got Chichi trying to make a pass on him, so he goes to the inside. You saw me have a lunge on the inside as well, and had to try and get out of it, so I gave the place back. Manguinho though made a, bearing in mind he started near the back of the grid, managed to avoid most of the contact, and he's up to 6th already. So still Diablo in first. We've got a range of cars, so we've got to use 2 cars. So in the first race I used an NSX, in this one we're in the Audi TT, which is front wheel drive, but we've got a lot of people running the Subaru and also the Nissan GTR. We've got a great battle a little bit later on, which is JPH 99, and I can't remember who else it was with, but it basically is Subaru versus Mitsubishi. It's a cracking race as well. So you got Chichi in front of me, goes for a bit of a dive down the inside of Stu Law. He's made it stick though, a little bit of contact. Got JPH off the track. Diablo had a bit of a crash, so he gets a nudge from me. So got Chichi now up to 6th, doing well. Stulo's lost out a little bit. All very close behind though. You got me trying to go around Diablo, and I kind of go around the outside here if I remember rightly. Yeah, there we go. Job done. A few scrapes on that Scooby-Doo. Into this sharp right, left, right it is. It's kind of a little right chicane. Full right-hander. And then drive out of here. Another right-hander coming up. Bit off camber, so ideally you want to get yourself over that curb. Here's my teammate. So I've got James Harbin in the Lamborghini and the Ginsters wrap. I don't think you'd ever see those two together really in real life, would you? A Lamborghini and Ginsters. You never know though. You never know. Popular food. Oh, and he gets a touch off S-Don84. Touches the back end and sends him round. It's maybe worth another look. Let's have another look. Let's see what happens here. So we're on board, looking back. Here's S-Don. Let's see. He's going to try and cut in, but oh, he just makes contact, but just at the worst point and spins him. Whoa, full 180. Well recovered for James, but does send him near to the back of the grid in the lovely looking Lamborghini. Anyway, back to the front. So we've got Brujajabala and Munguinho fighting for first and second. So Munguinho's fast, he's a fast driver, been with MRC quite a while now, a few seasons, always quick. Ice Chand holding on to the back of them, but the Subaru does go well round here. It's got good mechanical grip, 4-wheel drive. Obviously the GTR pretty much the same, but a bit bigger, a bit heavier. But is Munguinho going to go inside? Yeah, he cuts for the inside line. Can the Subaru? Yeah, he's still in first. He's got the inside corner for this next one. Let's see what he does here. No, it's close. It's close. Is Munguinho going to go for it? Is he? He holds off a little bit. Turns out of it. So Brujebala still in first place. Munguinho pushing him hard in second. So things have settled down a little bit. All very, very close. Some great racing going on, but definitely a little bit more respect than the first corner. A little bit wide there. Going to put him under pressure maybe for the straight. Nissan in fourth. MLA fifth. Nissan in the lovely looking Viper. MLA again in his Vodafone livery. Chi-Chi in sixth. You've got me in seventh. Fighting off JPH. Let's have a look. So the Audi TT's strong point is straight line speed. So along here, if I can get in the slipstream, I've got a good chance of getting past. So here I go. Kind of stick it down the inside and make it stick. So braking hard, just covering that inside line. Getting the curb. Yeah, run it wide. Yeah, good overtake. So I've got my eyes now on Nissan. A fellow northerner, so we're used to the cold. There we go. Around the big right-hander. There's Mount Fuji. Snow-capped. So reeling in Nissan here. You can see he's a little bit wide. Got a gap to Chi-Chi. In the hairdressing Ginsters car. Ginsters. Thought about it, backed out. This right, left, right. Everybody's still quite closely packed, so getting up to 10 minutes in here. So again, we're on the most people running the super softs. Maybe one or two running soft tyres to make them last a bit longer. This one didn't really. I tried to make it work, but we were 3 wide and 3 into that corner doesn't really go. But we're there. I'm tucked in, so Got past Nissan, but in 5th. Tucked back in behind the Lamborghini, the Aventador. Murcielago, not sure which one, they all look the same to me. We got MLA in 3rd. Oh. Yeah, Sterling 5th. So MLA 3rd, we've got Ice Chan 4th. Just gonna cut in a bit tighter here, see if I can get past. Yeah, get the move done. So not bad from 15th on the start, then 11th. Currently in 4th. Mungino though, he's done even a little bit better than me. Got Tricky Tree, who won the first one, fighting his way back from getting to last place, now in 10th. He's fighting hard. Oh, Diablo again, he was in 1st but had a bit of a spin. Had an off-track excursion, so we've got Tricky Tree going up the inside. Makes it stick. The NSX really is, it's a great car, but it is quite feisty. It does lose traction quite a bit, but if you get your braking done in a straight line and roll it through the corners, it's generally a good fast car. Here we go. So Tricky Tree with quite a bit of car damage on the front there. Everybody's still quite close. I think that's what's great about using the Group 4 cars. And obviously the tyres that we use as well, the grippy tyres, it just means that the racing is normally very, very close, and you've got battles all over the field, whether it's at the front, the middle, the back. So we'll come to see that in a bit. I'm still chasing MLA, close in on him there. In the hairdresser's car. I don't care as long as it's fast. Who says you need 4 exhausts when 1 will do? So still going. Struggling though. Can't really find a way past him yet. So I've got Mungino in 1st, Bruda Bala in 2nd. Got me go for a late lunge down the inside and make it stick. Another good overtake, if I do say so myself. So trying not to push those front tyres too much. Good line round there. Again, using kind of the braking markers on this track are quite difficult, so you sometimes look at the barrier and the end is always painted orange. So for me, for that last turn onto this start-finish straight is the orange kind of barrier to get some gentle braking in to get the front end to turn in. Here we go, pulled a bit of a gap now. Like I say, that TT is massively quick in a straight line. Hard on the brakes. Let's have a look. Mungino in the Lego car. Looks like it's this is no offense to Mungino, but it looks like a 3-year-old's been playing with it and smashing it to bits. Here we go, but he's doing well. Got this all in hand in 1st place. Experienced racer in this league. Nice line, not pushing it too hard. Yeah, seems he really gets on well with the GTR. Kind of down the hill, coming to this sharp right-hander, this right-left-right. On the brakes, into 1st gear. Round here, cut this corner a little bit, and this one. Right-hander, off camber. Then we've got a left, which kind of sharpens, almost like a double left-hander, this one. Now he's going to drift left, and and then brake for the right hand turn onto the start finish straight up the hill. A little bit wide there, car pushing a bit. So obviously me holding third place, but I can't really shake MLA. He's on my tail. Let's have a look. JPH 5th. Got Tricky Tree, early pit. Is he going to try the undercut? Can his Subaru team guys get those tyres changed and out quickly? Oh, we've got Stu Law in as well. Oh, and another one. Who's this? Oh, we've got my teammate. So James Harbin in for a set of tyres. No fuel depletion in this race, so it's full tanks all the way through. But we have got tyre wear on, which is 3 times, so every lap means that it's equivalent to 3 laps. So the tyres wear a lot quicker. So you still got me in third, trying to catch Rd2 Fuji. So apologies when this comes out if it's a bit jerky. I don't know what's been happening lately, but yeah, PlayStation is not making these replays very smooth. There we go, just trying to keep it neat, keep the lap times roughly the same. Kind of around the 145s, 146s for this particular track. Bit wide there. Definitely getting near the end of this stint, so these tyres, especially the fronts, the Audi doesn't kind of wear the rears at all with it being front wheel drive, but it does lose traction on the front. So here's me. I think this is pit time. So as quick as I can into the pits, maybe a little cut of the corner there. Here's the Audi boys. Can they get it done? Some light damage on the front of the car. Off we go again. So definitely made some progress on Rd2 Fuji. So he's out in. He got out in 5th and got Viali in 6th. So those two are going to fight. Now who do you draft? Who do I sit behind this time? So up the inside, but he drifts out a little bit wide before that right-hander, but I'm not going to give him the place just that easily. I'll cut back in. Gonna go up the inside. No. Second gear around this corner. Running out wide up to 3rd. Get the traction down. Cut that corner a little bit too much. Couldn't really see it at the time. Loads of dust. There we go. So just push him a little bit. Literally, give him a little nudge. And now we've got me in 7th and Tricky Tree in 8th. Obviously we've got some people who haven't pitted yet, so these positions will change and hopefully we'll move further up. Coming in 3rd and then coming out in 7th isn't ideal. So let's have a look. Oh, Viali's a little bit wide. Allows me right on the back of him. He's going in the pits. So we're up to 6th. Can I get a run on Rd2 Fuji? And then in front we've got Nissan Elvis, who hasn't pitted yet either. So yeah, speed of the Audi against the Subaru on the straight puts me now in 5th. Cover the inside line a little bit just to try and stop a late dive. In the curb, on the power. Another good move on that corner. So Tricky Tree not far away. There we go. Perfect round there. Could have probably carried a little bit more speed. Now on Nissan. Nissan's on old tyres, so he's not got the grip. He's not going to make it easy. He's not going to give the place up. So, but I decided to go around the outside. You can't go around the inside, go around the outside. So back into 3rd place, so back to where I was. I know obviously we've got Rd2 behind, so effectively I am up 1 place. So am I going to end up in 2nd? That is the question. So MLA 75 hasn't pitted yet, I don't think. So we've got Manguinho in 1st. He has pitted and he's gone on to softs, or he's about to pit and go on to softs. He's pitting now. Does MLA stay out? He looks like he's gone in as well. So the front 2 are in. New tyres for them. Let's have a look. So even though the guys behind have got slipstream with the TT, you can still maintain front position unless they're right on you. So not long to go, got about 10 minutes, 10-11 minutes. So we've got Tricky Tree taking a late lunge down the inside of Rd2. Makes that stick. Great move there. Now in 3rd place, so when you think about it, from the start we were both near the back. Both made it up. Tricky Tree even more so because he had that run-in on the 1st corner. So here we go. Here's the order. It was hard to keep up with all the action on this race, so I had to look through first of all to see what was going on, but there was so much and still quite tightly packed all the way throughout, not massive gaps. So here we've got the back end of the field, but you know, from 10th to 14th, 15th even, they're all close by. We've got James obviously in Team Pasty, struggling a bit. Hopefully next week can come back a bit stronger. Tracks that maybe suit the Lamborghini a bit more. So White Shark Ben recovering from that 1st lap incident. Some different lines going in this towards the end of this track, so Nissan holding it around the outside. S-Don84 unfortunately no longer with us. He did quit. Hopefully that wasn't a rage quit, but you know, you do have tricky races, but it's always best. You never know what you're going to get. Nobody knows. These guys could take each other out. Always worth staying racing. Again, down the massive long start-finish straight. Hard on the brakes. Again, another lovely liveried car from James. So I think we're going to switch to the Subaru and Mitsubishi battle shortly, because it was fantastic. They were going hammer and tongs for quite a few laps. It's got White Shark defending. Come on, pasty car, come on. I have to admit, I'm a Greg's man. Obviously, living in the northeast, you got to support your local pasty maker, and that is Greg's. So, Ginsters for me, probably a bit second favourite. Even though I'm sponsored by them, what can I say? So a bit of homage paid to my teammate here in the back of the fight, doing really well, having a good battle with White Shark Ben, and he makes it through up into 13th. Here we go, back at the front, sharp end of the grid. So we've got Manguinho. He's about 5 seconds ahead at this stage, and although I was pulling little bits of time out of him as Tricky Tree got closer and we started a race, that dropped away, so Manguinho actually pulled out another 3 seconds by the end. But here it is, Mitsubishi versus Subaru. So Rd2 and JPH 99 have a cracking race. So here's some proper rivalry. So England versus France, Subaru versus Mitsubishi. I don't think it can get more interesting than that. You can see we're just in front. Myself and Tricky Tree in second and third, but these guys have some great racing here. Hard on the brakes. Obviously both 2-litre turbocharged cars. In Group 4 we're putting out, I believe, around about 300 brake horsepower, just over. Weights of the cars all differ, but there is balance of performance to try and match these up. Again, Subaru in first place at this moment in time. We've got Mitsubishi hot on his heels. Nothing between these two. Obviously being an Englishman, come on England. Come on JPH, you can do it. Although I'd rather be in the Subaru. Just saying. Oh, my allegiance here is torn. So JPH makes the move, but then... Oh, look at this. Round the first corner, side by side. Second one, turn 2. So... Bruder Bilal have the inside line for this one. Can he make it stick? He's given some room though. So still very, very close. Well done. Some cracking racing there, boys. Back to us in front because we're getting near the end of this race. So about the same gap. So close between these two. Obviously 4th, 5th and 6th, so just looking back from MLA. There we go. This right-hander. Up in the second gear. Third. These two, nothing between them. Some different lines coming into the end of the back end of the circuit. Here we go. So Tricky Tree now right on me. So in the slipstream. So I'm going to have to go defensive. So at this stage I've gone over to the far right as I can go without hitting the pit wall. And I'm going to hold that inside line and make them work for it round the outside if I can. So still second place, but very close. Move a little bit to the middle, then brake. Tricky Tree tries to go for the undercut, but that TT, once you get out of second gear, second, third, fourth, it just pulls away. Small mistake from me here, a bit wide. So tight. Again, another cracking battle. Absolutely sweating buckets at the end of this race. There we go. Left-hander, second gear. And up in the third as soon as possible in the Audi, just to minimise wheel spin. Yeah, so close. So hats off to Monguinho because we don't catch him. And not to spoil the actual race, but he does win it. So he's done really well. We don't know between myself and Tricky Tree. Stephen won the first race, so he's on for a good result here. A first and a third, and he also did the fastest lap. JBH has made it past Bruder Bilal, so the Englishman in the Mitsubishi is in front. And then as we look further back, so we've got Monguinho, further forward. Monguinho, you've got me second, Tricky Tree right behind me. Doesn't get much closer than that. In the battered Subaru. Not his fault, by the way. So again, I'm covering that inside line. Can't get much closer to that wall. I'm just not letting him have the inside for this corner. So he's going to go for the late brake and move around the outside. But again, when he turns down, there he goes, gets to see the back end of an Audi TT. Unlucky Stephen. Here we go. He's so close, and at any point he could have just kind of licked the stamp and send it. He's certainly quicker at certain points on this circuit. I was just trying to drive as smoothly as I can and protect the inside when I needed to. There we go. So apex there on the power. This is where the TT's good, so you just see it pull away a little bit here. Off we go. This is coming into the section where it's not very good. So because it's front wheel drive, the brake bias is very much to the rear of the car, which means that you lose a little bit of braking into corners, and if you brake and turn at the same time, you can slide the back end around. Sometimes that's a good thing if it's a really tight circuit, but sometimes on this circuit where the corners are tight but kind of open up a little bit after, it can cost you some time. So here we go, it doesn't get much closer. I think we're on last lap, so this is it. Tight line through there. I did move across. Apologise to Stephen, it wasn't to block him, but I hadn't realised the race was actually on the last lap. But it doesn't get much closer than that, and we did have a cracking battle. So first Monquinho, second was me, third Tricky Tree, got fourth JPH 99, fifth MLA, sixth Brudebala, seventh we got Chichi, so Chichi in seventh in the Subaru, eighth we got White Shark Ben, and we've got Diablo in ninth, and then we've got Ice Chand in 10th there. But again, thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe,